one niyama near bills here ne dear near that was why ye Jessica wo ho ne de ye de chiri party na se ho ye Jessica wo ho wunya interest wunya fa so ye so no ye de won invite ye bi na ko invite we sikafo no nko a ne de na ko ye de ba bi se o mu die ubenya se wo be ye event bi na obi beba na obedi bi no aso bi akofi ye ba ye be di ni aso bi akofi nde wan frɛ ambisa Nigeria for no sika no omuji bi ye ku Ghana ye na eji sika na onya interest o waka se won fa nyina se anji sika na sika won fo na se ede aba we ye ma won ana wasise sika fo ne nko aso won ma no medi aduane aduane no mudi ni nyina de de nke ba ye bedi chichi bi akofi wai e da se
Ghana de motor pressure o motor pressure pressure pa abusiafo abrante bi a freezing account wo Ghana na se mi hu ni birthday ma biem kura kwhye me na me se nipa ambo bra wa asase zu na abrante birthday a wodi en chairman kan nya asem kitwa wo jai musicians ni be free just say all over the world you African countries see omu nyina free so na buy no mu kodin wo yesi Independence Square ho na just say nya asem kitwa se Kwame Nkrumah Schools Independence Square ho no mu kodin wo na wo hwe de rate a akwani suspendi sika pa wade na se a wo ho abusia me kasem me ka kire wa wo beba wo no mu se ya wo hekọ tibe yo ya enya asem ketwa a chese birthday ni the conversation about Ghana homa obia edi hu nkomo enya asem ketwa ko so hwe the rate omu si pempe ade ne hyehyɛ adwuma na ero na boys tena se no no emi se senior man fo bi na hye akwa wi achi a wo ye saadi boys se enye ono a enye ne sika na omu hu ni se obi senior man bi na hye akiri ene wo hye da eye sa adwumadi no omu hu ni se akwa no enye ne kura sa no ma wi nyina a raise conversation mana raise akodu pempenso a koka ekura ba bontin be di hu nkomo time no ne namfofo atwa ahia yintin se makoka kan
se ba bi adu no wa 40 wo be ko bi do ye be twa picture because haja for real but yenya ehun some nya hu ba bi adu no se asa onu ntina papa ne ye party no ba papa ne ntimi nka se eye welcome party no ya ma haja for real bulare wo ye interview ni bi o se ji papa yin sem krekra o timi ka ye be ka tira mu because baby adu no se sanya nkofo be chi Ghana na o ma chi ye yampe adisika no edi ensempe na e bill so ye ni se sika ene next week so wa o de ka de wa wuo because na boso me na so o mo ba twi wadi and your people next week ye be din o wa nim so de nkofo no ka na o de ye party no gina yie me passem no gari ni e ma me amedi because there ko idie wa o ko bi ye kai na mo ano yo no more than azan yan say azabia ye de ko betway
asem keto abusiafo chele ye meti ase ni bi abani kwe wan na wan so ni afi no the private jet abesi won ese ne private jet wo gina ni mu wo twamfonyini adwuma dodo wo mako be 20 chese adwuma apade ni won nya asem keto o ene adwuma ni mambo bi nkire mo na ese me kameka tere ma mo fa ncheme na ye nua ba ma wenya sika pa enya asem keto na ye den ye de omunsa ato na account so ya freeze ni ene ye beba so na ni nwuma ni bi e de si Gold Coast Food herbs and spices and yes wo at least Acacia Farm say Asila Farm so and wo Ridge Medical Center PGL or Pizza Inn or Lens as a Lens Entertainment to say Tagion or Agate Sans say enuma wo do apadini wo Ghana ho no enyasem ketwa we na ko rezi conversation komone kokos wo na no ene nkofo start so mo check unua ene party national oba no na ka oba betinem nkofo se o ka no ho ayefin because padino ka no so wo sika ne ka ho ayefin se ne de e senior ma bi na apushi ahye ne kon ka we na no oba betinem lo oba ne se ya
David, where's the Bentley key?
once aka yo kwetena mu na manfo atima zoom ya se ka no kura ho ayi na nya ne dia senior ma bidia na Ghana wo se ebedwo na ne party na se no ja abusia se wani ensese ye ka kire wo enioma e course wo party na se no any how ankofo si chile wo program na se no ano din brutal Davido munyina che say obi oye celebrity senior ma bia kopie mu party na se a na enya asem ketwa eni omo tonyomo ye den je che se bia ekoso na party achi eni aba beti se sisi ya ye kase ya freezing account nyina na e pa na asi yentie ni nsem ni bi okekan time woni bolare ekoye interview no
maximum 10 years after making your first million.
Yes.
At what age did you make your first $1 million? You were how young?
I was 27 years.
27.
Yes.
And by your analogy, in 10 years you should be able to make $1 billion.
Of course.
Have you made that billion? Because you are 40, you've crossed that part of.
It has taken me 13 years.
13 years.
13 years after I made my first $1 million.
To make $1 billion. It talks about discipline. And you were really keeping your eyes on the ball.
Exactly. You know, discipline is everything. Okay, it's everything. And when you build a business, you will face a challenge of having employees that are indisciplined.
Right.
You would have to be that leader who is disciplined, that will set a very good example for your team. You would have to build a culture in the organization that really understands discipline. Because without discipline, you will not be able to achieve anything. It is the greatest asset that you need. You see, because wealth creation is created from within,
right?
Not from outside. So we attract success. We don't pursue success.
Today you are giving some nuggets of wisdom and they are deep. For those who really, will understand, will just grab it. Yes. That we attract success. Yes. We don't pursue success.
So
I think that this should be a rich knee, Amarh quote right there somewhere on some wall. That you attract success. You don't pursue success. How so, Richard?
Because you see, to become successful, there is something you must become. You must become a particular person to be successful. That 10 years ago, I could afford anything that the world is selling. But I never did.
Why?
Because when you have a plan that is working, you have to stick to the plan and allow the plan to work. Because you see, there is this compound effect element of money. When money is growing, at a stage, it begins to grow abnormally. And your money can also be another business. You see, when you work with your energy to make money, there is limit to how much you can do. But your money has no limit to how much it can make for you.
At 40, have you bought that private jet?
Yes, I have.
At what? $50 million?
All I need is a Gulf Stream. I need a private jet. I only want to retire at 40. And so for me to be able to achieve this satisfactorily means that I would have to structure my businesses well, because I have a lot of companies here in Ghana.
How many companies now under your belt, Richard?
So in Ghana, we can talk of over 20 companies. And
20?
Yes.
Wow.
And of course, there are others also outside Ghana. There are businesses in Nigeria, in Liberia, Sierra Leone, in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and the likes. And so,
you are an African titan and an inspiration to many out there, because for many watching and listening, this is the dream, this is the vision. Did you always envisage this?
Not really. I think that in business, you will start very small. You start with a very small dream, because of course, your capital and your will be small when you start.
So when Bolare interview, was a Bolare Tayan Kofobi interviewer, Alibechina Muabasem, especially or more money at the Adinbus Alibechina Quakotija. And in a party national day, and they say, Hodier is a when you can say, Manamecatro, man can meboa, or more Chelsea Sika, Paddy say no, Richard Ayeni Ama Mensa, Sika was said no 3.5 million, and was said no party nasi $1 million you. And yezo, no much as a breakdown, more invitation, musicians no edgy $2 million. Adrianine, the cocoa, so ne one, why venue $1 million. Photographer at the 30 million. Hey, that the assembly consultation, ne planning the 15k millions dollars. We have born to say the Yeni Frano.
Obi a wanya 40 years old in the birthday no Independence Square. Yes, so could you know? Another. The bin si Ghana da. Who free say yakwa? Now tell me. What do you say a show off and you show off? A prophetic by design. Say me never been president and can run my mom is adding now with you so my Ghana because there's a change, it's a shift. Ghana, you were 60s. It before you hit 70. Now, 30 years, near 100 years. When you make country and say 40-year-old guy, are you billionaire? Say a nipper do a Ghana, woman move from their wilderness into your promised land. Now what? It means so for Sante, feed anointing now. Say 50 and not air corner. Ghana need 40 years, or better, a billionaire. Now, can I go deeper? It means the longer year, and son again, and yes, you can go about 40. Can I go deeper? It means, say, Ghana need 20, 25.
We and somewhere course a palini program. Now, when I Morris Ampao at Nasi, and was obeying Comafa, you know, I 40 years now, what didn't know, and what thing.
This statement is too much.
Some say, and a lawyer Morris Ampao, Ebeka, Edifa Padi, a program, Nasi. Where the over program, Naja, police if Wako so a Omasoni Pench here, yes, ye freeze in account, Yanko can't cry tired, or mode by ye, a dear no Padia ya, Yako freeze in account, why they were real the idea. Crata ye desk screws ya would do any Kuchi Amansa itiamwa Ushibi, every a ye Ghana, and our Barbecan and Sassy and King can be. Now, dear, some woman say, bank account of Bill's microcredit founder Richard Amarh Quaye allegedly frozen over tax issues. And tax issues any dear freezing account. Almost say Richard Amarh Quaye bank account were allegedly frozen over tax the discrepancies following concerns about the lavish lifestyle and potential underreporting of wealth. The bank of Richard Amarh Quaye, founder of Bill's microcredit and owner of several companies, have allegedly been frozen. Source close to the matter have told the High Street Journal the freeze is reportedly linked to the discrepancies in his tax filings. According to the source, Amarh, who is reported to own 29 different companies, has had issues with tax files that do not align with the amount he is expected to pay. And so before the extravagant event, which attracted around 1,004 guests, Amarh Quaye disclosed in an interview that he had recently acquired a custom-branded private jet and a Bugatti Chiron. On one quarter bontin kodin in combo, and your ma or no. Say what menya ewo Ghana ho according to ye papa yi and as ye nua be me ya wadi 40 years yi. The revelation raised concern about the source of his wealth and sparked discussion in both social and traditional media. In the wake of this development, Bill's microcredit has publicly distanced itself from Amarh Quaye's personal lifestyle, emphasizing the company's separation from his private finance affairs. You say, I can say microfinance natural more finishing. You man or say any dianu or maybe an finishing say, the new man away no or much. The company stated, we categorically affirm that Bill's Micro Limited has not funded, sponsored, or facilitated any of his personal event acquisition. Almost one the entire community brabo or boni primaya equals or much or monka. The financial sector in which Bill's microfinance operates is heavily regulated, and the company is keen to avoid any reputational damage and or regulatory scrutiny that might arise from its founder displays of wealth. It remains unclear whether the freezing Amarh Quaye's bank account occurred before or after the birthday celebration. The Ghana Revenue Authority regularly conduct checks on high net worth individuals to ensure they are paying the correct amount of taxes. Individuals found to have underpaying taxes are often invited to settle the differences. Though these activities are typically kept private due to their sensitive nature to protect those involved from potential criminal targeting. At this point, there is information on when Amarh Quaye account will be unfrozen or what steps the tax authorities will take next. Information be I said the freezing account in the BC. However, this case has emerged amid increasing discussion about the potential introduction of lifestyle audits under the presidential John Dramani Mahama administration. And the overall team for now, know. These audits are expected to be key component of the government national anti-corruption program targeting individuals who unexplained wealth. Lifestyle audit involve a thorough investigation of individual standard of living to determine whether it matches the daily income. If there is a significant gap between the person's reported earnings and lifestyle, just almost sure what brabo wo bo any no ma wo ye wo Ghana ho na sika wo say ni de wu tugu how we see ye on your mana no mo ankasa I say na kwa we brabo wo bo de wo se hwehwem say ya ka say ye freezing account wu any na bills or the prayer basic Ghana my boys pressure manya 40 years na maye win na musika say your freezing account na lawyer Morris Ampao e wa asem ka wo ho.
I say bill microfinance. Munim is the man of the moment. Ordinary party the 40 years no. Why will I only local artists? Akofa artist be fee or see Tanzania. I'm at $250,000. Na boy be jida hona obu atopa. Na kwasanyom boy be tun kwasanyom a bra chatala wo limu ho. Party ne ye hwe bi wo social media. Eye fair. We will look at the legal angle of the celebration of the 40th birthday of the CEO of Bill Finance. To start with, the expose is that CEO no Makwala. Ya wonu na ya adore no na ye mubi wo ho. Bill Finance ya wonu na me 17 years old. Nti ye mehu na wo oba be shababa se no obetna blacksmith down one ne yere no the first ne yere na we jano no nti minimum ashase edu time no yere be fa me maame ne maame yere de baby fie ebe complaining about marital problems and issues. And some of them we are privy to what happened in their marital home. Every time you know, Bill Finance, divorce no. I work divorce court, divorce and matrimonial court 2. Obani the case ni breme. The docket ni breme same and kame nyemano. We read it through the docket no, and allegations, which are some of them are so damning. And looking at the relationship between me, Obano, and the Bill Finance man, I told the woman that I'm privy to a lot of things as a lawyer. And if I wanted to go to Samaja Ubia and I build finance man on who bet you papa because me so case moi. I'm going court in court. Me so divorce case moi. Oh mama. Mumbisa divorce judges no more high court. Mumbisa more high court judges no more divorce. When me back court you ja. Into the CEO of Bio Finance, I had opportunity to do a divorce against you, but because I didn't want to entangle you because I know your beginning when you and now we will be sa area mono. You know my mother. Me Bloya man sampa. Bill finance. Say you know my mother. God is that. Wouldn't be a fee or blastmates. I don't want to talk too much because I have so much information. I don't want to lawyer relationship confidential, so I can't tell those things to the public. But what I can say is that my worry is that at 40, I was saying life begins at 40. No, my life begins so early for you at 20. But when we were struggling with your wife, some of us are aware. And it's not true. Say, Uko wash plate 500,000 plates. It's not true. I don't want to go there. Don't talk about those things. Where you make your money from, you know. Some of us know. Baby, obi enye nisika fino, private and personal. Nti nisika fona mo me mu no mo me asomdwe. Mo me asomdwe. But now I'm looking at the legal implication and the societal, the implication for our youth. The 40th anniversary celebration of a rich man in Ghana and the level of opulence. The case of opulence are me who be that. So be odi 40 years. Si cap young boy you mu bin nim no time wo no. Na ye mu bi nim da ote area mu and ye nim be ofi ba. Na ye nim ni marital issues. Na 40 years the companies that so ongoing concern. They're going concern. Sorry. Not 40 years no. You move to me, you shishime. And you say, I'm getting worried. Because Nyama, Ganyobi. No, in a way. In a way. Ha! Ghana. I think about it, Gaffio. What will be? What will you be? Your man name? No, he cried. Mukuyano. Neba shuake yeshka. Remember Chimu. Ghana had Adiba Quaye Chi. And say, Brado Duano Breno. Now, Kakama ye no. Now by your show off. Uko Ga, baby Ofibano. The level of poverty. Oh, yeah, blah, and Crafoso. It's your choice. But to me, personally, I think now celebration is of so excessive. And too massive and excessive. I don't know, we wanted to make a statement, but this statement is too much. It will go and come back and hunt you. Mark it on a wall. Because you see, that quiet guy, no be anymore. Not through your hard work, any other man. Why do we now? People were enjoying you on social media because of the way our working relationship with Bill's Finance. Then the way you were conducting yourself. No, you were succeeding in silence. Brilliant. Now you were succeeding in silence. Brilliant. But what happened? Now that you are now exposed yourself to the enemies, Ghana for you soon buy ni ogbelo yeka ayek paso ikedi bi le outdoor for one meimu. Na dey me say nipa do na kasa no invite omo so mo ba party no. Uyimu nipa 10 about 7 about 7 about 70% of the people almost call partners, you know, they were saying hey, where there is too much, where there is where there say until no drinking and the painful thing is What of artists are we just Shatawale? You know how Shatawale will behave. What about the store boy? What store boy ni sa anko for muniano. Shatta. Uni minusem akofa Tanzania. Tanzania depend on the body man shatta keye. You see, and then the people you brought around and how you are trending. Then the pain. Say me share the comments, the attack on my small boy. The way a man for ebimu sopano no ebimu yina ye. Ghanaians are divided over what is happening. Your party 40th anniversary party no, you have divided Ghanaians. Omwa, what the pressure on momu? You've put pressure on the youth. What the pressure? And then you feel pay. What the pressure my businessmen? What the pressure my man for kunumu ni what have marriage so. Because near you move share on social media and say, hey, me could have been. Because obi 40th anniversary photo, ikonyana uhai pono obi kun the whole 30 years of the marriage, you know. Even single check from to be top. Oh my God, Niama ni ogba die. Obi ku account nia endu 500 Ghana cedis. Na o party no even invitation cars Dr. Ano worth millions of Ghana cedis. O cars, the food, the drinks, the artists, the hotels, the venue. Jesus Christ, spending almost about $10 million less or 20 million. I don't know. I don't, you alone, because never you know. That amount of money. What to pressure man you funu? You funu be first of all me bet mu. If first of you funu be me bet mu. What to pressure man you funu? Niama ashite. Okay, pressure man be biano. What to pressure? Part na wo ye no. What ma you funu be ebe dani betters. Armed robbers, ritualists, because they also want to have money like you. And so as a role model, no, what they have done, no, they are into Sakawa. Anka amu Sakawa no. Omo fu say ma prim no mo say fence na ma sha ase. Into fence na Sakawa boys no. Ebe place come more. Abu trick come no jam no mo say hey chale niama level no dey akosoro no. Into most of it, Bob is crying. No question account. We don't say. I mean, out here. What's it? Hey, 50 minutes to call. More time. On we minipa. Me man more than we 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Can fire. Topic na me can be very interesting. I'm for share adverts. By the people who are listening to me, the topic I'm treating is current. There's somebody within 40 years who they won't do their current. Meaning how to treat traffic. I want to give you a lot of viewers because who cut me pay. Those viewers will go. I'm in my mood element. Let me flow. The level of show. Now the more banner. One my youth no pressure be done so apart from pressure no so no. One ma Ghana, what on Ghana negative wo. One ma Ghana you won't be because they say no Nigerians for no any international community no be say Ghana you wadio yo. It is I am a say na mu will be like bill finance, microfinance or to be spending millions of dollars na meji bosa we ho. Amu is for that guy can give loan to the government. Need you that's assemblable. Who is assemblable? And first I'm for girls be judge amo. Girls no. You must say be say be girl. Me yere die otemase me yere die otemase. Odi na be to be here. Me dem yere no maka tell say me sika bebre o. But adiba kwa me wo. Amafa any dipa. Bible said it is my name Morris Ampal. Lawyer Morris Ampal sells. But who near Mashitea? What cost $7 millions? No. Who the pressure to you from so? Who the pressure to politicians no so? Who the pressure are to government to so? Now the casa the pressure to so. Was the first girl for back here. Meaning I want open yourself up to monitoring. Bien for national security. Interpol. Anasmo. If you better start to show you Quaye be so the yen Ghana. Na who ye. If so the bloggers above here because now the bloggers who cover your news. And if who the pressure to so now who also is an issue. Uma issue. Onam a issue. Pressure. Who don't feel say we party, but you've opened up spiritually. Ubenya attack. Currently, you can your own bill finance. No, come we break us. Oh, they say na more. You know they are saying, and you know, and yanko say you and you have created problem even for your own company. As they say, our company is disassociating itself from you because I'm not focused. Now see obena when is it kind of all sign to say, and I'm out for sikana yellow into one yeah. Bill finance, most mona mobosia. It will be teach so we scam to busan kwame kotia. Because we tuna send solo minimum na makobosia bia wiska. Who now the wabo, who now don't waba. Because they say when you say when you sika am out to them we should go for invite to Nigeria for no. Moment baby. Go for Nigeria celebrities. Omo ba so mo be hwe o. I be trust if you we nim. No come dey man for my mu. O come the boys. Boys abre. Minya bremu na minya also whatever is happening on social media current the videos are all over celebration of Niyama Jite 40th anniversary Miss Remo mem nam enam suma obi enkoye nia ense woye although I know that the youth is going through a lot of hardship there's a sense of hopelessness ewo system no mu. People are easy. We are in a economic mess. Ghana yet in this neighbor ever show this kind of opulence through lavish parties are now at the pressure I bet to amount for so. But the me say na me show crying say men fa wun wakuma and one dream ma those things. We are say NDG na fedie. On say odi no daben odi na enura se twemko ebe 40th years anniversary no it's gone two in fact in kwajimba it doesn't add anything to your life whatever the mandate it doesn't add anything to your life. You have your life to live. Into brighten the corner where you are, meaning be focused in your calling and be focused in your life. Live a very simple life, impactful life, and ensure say I don't already you know. Moderation is the key. Now have the poor at heart. Because Adebakwame who near she take birthday they say here for one ton some free here for one shake here for what did I say in come be di here for in yanka no more for our Ghana no or they did see a sika for so no wonder obi owo sika dada no or about birthday party no shake cast me inside what the brain no what did I say actually say the man was targeting the rich and I can tell you before God the man if you do good to the rich you don't receive anything from God. I'm teaching you lessons. Listen to me. Whatever you did yesterday, it doesn't glorify God. Bible say who is here for mobile. Now yet here for a year. Who they free me ready. When you give to the poor, it's like what credit ready. And the poor are always with us. Me sure say family mu, you will hear for ho. Me sure say o tribe mu, you will hear for ho. Area, you will hear for ho. If me among your workers, you will be able to pay so more. But sorry, I will call pastors in yes, I feel say tithes. What you say? Now, who could spend it 28 million? Our party, I say, I know 2 hour tithes. I feel so the economy. When they say needs to see your tax and all these things. No, it's not to me. It doesn't argue well, but the youth should not put pressure on themselves and more be a money crew pressure. Say now, now for member boy here already 40 years in Yana. Ono sika unisika ana so koye birthday party bi baso. Niama shite kwa fa so nya sika ono nya mentem. Ono nya mentem pe no nim kwa fa so nya sika. And onim the spiritual direction nyame man bia o man sika no ka che ne so onye. Enti why na dia munya no onye. Enya afiansa no ko put pressure. Minia say wo birthday do na obeye oto any nkosua na wenya wo fere say o drink beer any birthday. The most important thing is afia beto what you say that na wo apomode na wo nkwa what you say na nyame mre ne mre pa mre du na wo so eso ye bia mesrewo nya papa ye me nko ye bi da me nko to party me skafo emeriri insa emeriri girls embe show off no. Go and support the poor, support the needy, and give thanks to the Lord. Papa Sika, you move half crowd, Manasha Cathedral. And now they sponsor widows, any blind people, any winner, half of them. But he had decided because after all, a spiritual direction, or make that sacrifice. And I see that thing to be a sacrifice. Who was between here? It was a sacrifice. It's the statement. And he had made that statement. And your business, no more. It will focus and avoid that tip. Don't look at it. Don't let it inspire you in any way. We need inspiration. This is not a success story. We need a boastful story, a statement, a boastful, please put it aside. Focused on your journey. And then ensure say at the end of the day, you will not be remembered by how many parties are here and how many people when they say you brought on board. You're remembered by your good works, and your good works is how many people did you help? How many people did you converted into Christ? So you how many souls so winning, and how many people are you impacting?